distinguished guests, and all the visionary entrepreneurs among us. Welcome to the group rounds of Pitch, powered by Jasur, at the first ever WUP Summit in the vibrant state of Qatar. My name is Ahmad Hassan, and I'm both honored and thrilled to be your Master of Ceremonies for what promises to be an exhilarating showcase of entrepreneurial spirit and groundbreaking ideas. Pitch is not just a competition. It's a celebration of innovation, of the daring and the bold, the problem solvers and the trailblazers. Where the world's most promising early stage startups take the spotlight in a live on-stage battle. Today, within the halls of the Doha Exhibition and Convention Center, we stand at the crossroads of opportunity and ingenuity, a hub connecting east and west, north and south. Today, we are reminded of the boundless potential that diversity brings to the global tech economy. We will see 40 impressive companies from around the globe, with 8 pitching in this round, advance to the semifinal, not just for funding, but also for a chance to change the world with their vision. Each team will have 3 minutes to pitch, followed by questions from our esteemed judges. And time is of the essence, so I'll ensure we adhere to a strict schedule. Now allow me to introduce our marvelous panel of judges who embody the spirit of innovation and leadership. We have Jamal Bdeir from Microsoft, Hatem Hachicha from Group Innovation, Bhatnagar from We Founders Circle, Teresa Fiúza from Portugal Ventures, and Rabea Ataya from Bayt.com. Thank you to our judges. Now, without further ado, let's dive into the heart of innovation. Best of luck to our competitors. Starting with our first startup of the round is Bot AI. The stage is set, the world is watching, and the future is yours to shape. Let's give them a warm welcome to the stage and let the pitch competition begin.
Hello everyone, I am Nabil, I'm the co-founder and CEO of Bot. Bot is the MENA's leading customer experience platform. It's the most accurate AI engine that can understand English and Arabic and French and focusing on Arabic local dialects. We are an omni-channel platform. We help businesses to communicate and personalize your customer experience over all channels, like WhatsApp for business, Instagram, Messenger, SMS, and multiple others. The market size is very huge, and you are focusing on the MENA market size and expected to reach around $8 billion by 2030. We help businesses to grow. We help them to automate their operation, improve their customer service, sell more products by 200%, and save a lot of money. We allow our businesses to provide to their customers a seamless customer experience, from browsing products to pay, track your orders, and talk to AI or talk to agents. We have 3 business models. The first one is Bot for enterprise. We mainly targeting government and banking sector and oil and gas, and we provide high availability and premium support and subscription model annually starting from 12K up to 100K per year. And the second business model is Halul, is mainly for SMEs, and we're targeting commerce and small retails, and it's a self-services. You can go live in less than 10 minutes, and it's an affordable subscription from $10 per month up to $100 per month. And for now, we have more than 40K businesses using Halul. And we provide our businesses to a huge marketplace more for local and regionally and the global integrations, seamless integration with Shopify, Salla, POS Rocket, and a lot of payment gateways across the MENA market region. And the third business model is Aql. It's our generative AI model. We provide multiple models and multiple services, specialized mainly in avatars and AI agents. This is a sample of our portfolio between government sector and banking and telecom companies across the MENA region. And we grant our customers with the best accuracy in local Arabic dialects. We support Egyptian, Saudi, Emirati, Qatari, and multiple local dialects. For now, we served more than 45K businesses and 100 million users and handled more than 1 billion conversations and generated last year $4.4 million and expected to hit more than $10 million by the end of this year and expected to serve 100K business across the MENA region. We are a team of 85 persons between software engineers, data scientists, and many other marketeers and business developers. We are opening a pre-series A round for a $4 million to mainly expand our in GCC market. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Congrats on your pitch. Really liked it. Tell me about what's your secret sauce, because you told us about your competition,
Yes.
but didn't say in what you are different from the
We
competition.
have the most accurate AI engine for local Arabic dialects. We grant accuracy more than 90% than the other competitors. Like we support local dialects of each country, from Morocco to Bahrain, GCC, Lebanon, Jordan, Egypt, all the countries. We have data sets and high accuracy for each dialect, local dialect, in different sectors.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a bit about your customer acquisition strategy? So you've already generated quite a bit of revenue in customers. How are you doing that?
Mainly for the government and enterprise accounts, we mainly have a local partners in each country. We go together in tenders and RFPs, for example, for the government RFPs, and we won a lot of them through, we have a reseller partners across all the MENA region. For the SMEs, we mainly do digital marketing activities.
Hi, how big is your tech team? So you said 85 people in your team, and out of that, how many in tech?
Technical team and AI team, around half of them, 40 plus.
Okay.
Thank you for your pitch.
Thank you.
You said that you have 3 business models.
Yes.
May you explain why you have diversified from probably the first business model that you started with?
I started with the enterprise, serving enterprise, till the end of 2022, and we found a huge opportunity to serve SMEs with a drag and drop platform. So we launched Hulul. It's easy to build. It's the same platform, but we are limit the experience and limit the usage of your platform. It's a self-service. You can go live and build your goal in less than 10 minutes. So we generated around last year around 400K for SMEs only, and we expected this year for only SMEs Hulul more than $2 million for only SMEs. So we found a huge opportunity. And after the ChatGPT, we decided to sell our AI engine outside our portfolio. We have AI engine from 5 years, but we serve only our portfolio companies. So we decided to separate it as a separate platform with exposed APIs. Anyone can use it, even our competitors. And we sell it already to 2 of our competitors in the MENA region.
In high level, can you just tell us the part of each of these business models?
Enterprise is mainly, you mean percentage?
Yeah, percentage of each of these.
Enterprise is 85%. Hulul is more than 12%, and Aql, it's this new baby, just launched last month. It's around 3 or 5%. But by the end of this year, it will be 60 and 30% and 10% for Aql.
Thank you, first of all, for the pitch. Well done. My question is more about the long-term vision. So what you've pitched today serves a lot of pain points that businesses have, whether they're large enterprises or SMEs. But if you think today of competition, you know, OpenAI, and especially when you talk about enterprise, which today is your biggest revenue driver, there's a lot of these large banks and governments that are kind of directly reaching out to large system integrators to develop something very similar for their own businesses. And you know, the scale of OpenAI and the data centers and the compute power that they have is massive. So when it comes to Arabic accuracy, which you mentioned is one of your competitive edge.
The main one.
Exactly. What makes you confident that this edge will not be lost in a few years or a few months to large giants like OpenAI?
Okay, it's many factors. We provide a full CX platform, not only AI. Our platform have a chatbot builder, sentiment analysis, social media listening tools, ticketing system. A 360 solution. So it can't be replaced easily. Because we are also provided on-prem, and we provide support on-prem. So if we're competing in many RFPs in Saudi Arabia and Emirates, no many companies can provide all the solution on-prem. And we integrate with AI. So if any government entity don't want our AI engine and want to integrate with OpenAI or ChatGPT or Falcon or anything, we can integrate it easily. But as a focusing on Arabic, we grant the highest accuracy. Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you. Have a good day.
Widebot AI, everyone. Let's hear one more round of applause for them. Up next, we will have Next Tech.
How are you? Nice. So let's start. Now? Cool.
Next Tech.
So 7 seconds. In these last 7 seconds, a pregnant woman or her baby died because of preventable causes. And why this happened is because health is reactive, is not preventive. And the main reason behind this is because of data. And why is this? Because without data volume, there is no artificial intelligence. And specifically, if we talk about big data, healthcare is well behind. A patient yearly is collecting around 0.1 gigabytes. And if we're comparing this to airplanes or cars, we're far behind. So what we have from the patient is a representation that is not clear at all based on the data we have. So what's our solution? Its solution is a customizable digital platform that is white label, and this is all for healthcare institutions. We got two main technologies behind it. Number one is an IoT, because we're connecting devices through Bluetooth, like this one. And second is machine learning, because with that machine learning that we're operating, we're creating the predictive alerts. So we're not just collecting data through monitor, but this is a large and different features that you can personalize, and the different organizations can create their own solution. And for the patient, this is peace of mind. 3 simple steps. They connect their Bluetooth device to the app. Second, if something is wrong, they will have some questions, and then the patient will be connected to doctors and nurses in our platform in a matter of minutes. This is a proven solution. We got more than 5,000 patients so far in Colombia from poor backgrounds, which is the best of all this. And from all this, we have prevented 42 patients that should have died by now. They're alive. So we're saving lives. And it's not the good thing that we're saving only lives, but we're also saving costs. Why? Because our reduction in hospitalization is 10%. And for newborns that are born with underweight, we're reducing in 4%. So they're not going to ICU. The good thing is this is not just for maternity. This goes for people around all life stages, from newborns to seniors and different conditions in adulthood. And the business model is quite flexible. What we have is a monthly subscription patient, and this could go to different B2C to B2B institutions, like from governments, insurance companies. So there is a lot of different ways which we can have this. For opportunity is huge. It's growing 27% in the world. And for us in Latin America, for pregnant women, it's around $1 billion. And we got a team of experts with an expert on their fields. And the most important thing, we got a big asset, which is a hospital in Colombia, where we got more than 60 years with high-risk patients. So, yeah, we're a digital health platform.
Thank you very much. I like really what you're doing.
Thank you.
You said that you have 2 segments, if I can summarize it, the patients, and then the hospitals and the doctors.
Yep.
Did I get it right?
Well, yeah, our primary focus is the patient, and
Okay.
the thing is that hospitals and insurance companies, governments are the one that will be paying for the solution for the patients.
All right.
Yeah.
You are giving this solution for free to the patients.
Exactly. So right now, everything is for free. This is for poor background patients in Colombia and for the most high-end VIP customers in Chile. So yeah, we got different ways of.
Can you tell us a bit about the growth of your customers?
The what, sorry?
The growth of
Yeah.
your customers.
So the number of customers, we started basically in Colombia, only pregnant women, and then we moved forward to Chile with the pregnant women, but in the high end of the ladder, and we have more than 5,000 patients so far.
Hi.
Hello.
So many questions. Very interesting concept, and we're seeing this across the globe. I have also personally invested in two of such companies. But the one where I invested, it was focused on maternity care. I mean, so for women who are about to become mothers. I'm curious to know. So you started the solution focusing on women who are pregnant, right?
Yes.
And now you've expanded it to other patients as well.
Exactly.
And you said total 5,000 patients.
Yes.
So I mean, why not just focus on pregnant women, because it's a big market?
Yes. So far, it's a big
Thank
market.
you very much for your question. That's a great question, and unfortunately, we might not know the answer right now. 3 minutes is up, and we're going to have to go to the next round. That's wrong. So thank you very much for our next tech.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Up next, all the way from Brazil, we have Science Play.
Good morning. When was your last time in the medical office? Was he updated to take care about you? Sure, healthcare professionals are addicted to learning something new. But if I ask, was he updated that day? Probably not. I'm Bruno Falcão, founder of Science Play. And I bring this information because in 2016, a scientific magazine, Nature, published Information Overload. There is more than 1 million scientific papers every year. It's close to 2 papers every minute. This challenged doctors to stay updated in a short term. And we see that the audiobook market does not support medical community. And we go deeper in the audiobook and audio paper market. We believe at this decade, the audio and short content will be on top of the learning process. And with AI, we can produce fast content in dynamic way. The audiobook market and healthcare education market together is more than $200 billion until 2013. And we are on this rocket. And our market size is more than 80 million medical professionals. If we combine the students, can be more than 300 million of our persona. Our projections show us, if we stay in Brazil, we can grow until $47 million the next 60 years. But if we grow globally, we can reach $187 million. Science Play already has a solid market in healthcare education in Brazil, but we are a B2C and B2B company. All of our team's leaders are healthcare professionals. And our content is produced by researchers, speakers from many universities and countries. This is something highlight in the great medias. This is how we go to the market, make time your knowledge. We are already in Brazil, the next Web Summit, and we're looking to grow globally, look for international investors to reach $187 million. And Science Play is your answer. We believe that the world will be happy with education medical professionals. Let's grow and make the world healthier. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you for
Hi.
your pitch. I was not very sure about your business model. Can you go around it a little bit
It's
more,
an
please?
audiobook. It's a medical audiobook.
How do we make money?
Subscription. It's a subscription in as a signature.
Okay, how much for how many people?
Okay, we will be rich in the next 6 years, $47 million. So it's 2.5 transactions until this number.
And how will people pay? How much for
Is a $99
$9
year,
year?
and the students can be cheaper.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Do medical journals or books lend themselves to the audio format? So when I think of a medical book, I think of a lot of images, a lot of density of information that is not as passive as your typical audiobook, which tends to be more of a storyline. So how likely is this format to be adopted by doctors?
Okay. We have a dynamic way with audio, and also we can have a highlight of the audiobooks, and we can have pictures, infographics. We can do everything in the app. So we are thinking about the next generation. Our persona is like 25, 30 years old. So we are looking for the next generation of doctors. Another way to get content.
When we talk about audiobooks, we think immediately, I think, and many of people in here in the audience also, about Amazon, the big names that are around, and how that is probably competing with you with such offer rich and offer also that it's, probably more diversified.
Okay, until now, we don't see anything specific for the medical doctors. So I don't see them with competitors. They maybe can buy us in the future. Sorry?
What if
Okay,
they go to this, and how you can really compete against these gigantic,
we need to be the first and grow faster as we can. And maybe they look for us as a possibility to be together. We already have 125,000 customers in 95 different countries. 155,000.
All are paid? All of them pay?
No.
How many pay?
25,000.
$99 per month or per year?
No, in our company business, this is a new product.
Oh, okay.
Maybe my last question is about your database. So how do you expand and acquire more content to keep your users, coming back to you and they don't go to competitors?
I'm not here. Your first word, sorry.
So how do you plan on making sure that the
Okay.
information that you
Okay.
offer stays up to date? How do you acquire it?
Okay.
And,
We did
Thank
a
you very much,
we
ladies
give
and
a
gentlemen.
gamification.
That's a
Okay.
perfect question. Unfortunately, we won't hear the answer to.
Thank you all.
Science play, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, all the way from Qatar. Emma Systems set out to transform the aviation industry.
Morning. My name is Wissam, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about how we're transforming the aviation sector. If you're not familiar with the aviation industry, it's a sector that's in desperate need of innovation, not only to keep up with the massively growing passengers, but also with the regulations coming on board. And if you've flown recently, it's probably been a painful experience, not Qatar Airways, of course. And that's because of the inefficiencies. And these inefficiencies not only lead to unhappy passengers, but there's a cost impact and, of course, an environmental impact. And if you dig a little deeper, you'll see that this is a highly fragmented industry with siloed stakeholders doing their own thing, with their own systems and their own databases that don't share information. Of course, this means it's expensive to deploy, expensive maintenance, and not a lot of innovation. So at MS Systems, the first thing we do is we bring all the stakeholders onto a unified data management platform. What does that mean? That means it's a single version of the truth for visibility. Beyond that, with our AI and ML, we add a level of predictability. so that if there is a delay or an unforeseen event, all the stakeholders are notified because they are on a unified platform with unified messaging to make sure that they get the right people at the right place at the right time. If you look at the market, yes, it's a huge market, but we're focused on the tier 2 and tier 3, which are the smaller airports. This is a massively growing industry, a sector, which is massively underserved. Now, we did launch right before COVID, unfortunately, but we already have 6 clients on board, mainly in Europe, with no sales team, and we have a massively growing pipeline. Business model, basically, we're on a SaaS-based pricing model. We charge per aircraft movement, per airport. We have a global network of partnerships around the world, which allows us to not only resell our product, but it gives a level of comfort to the clients knowing that they have local partners to help them integrate. Our competitors, fortunately, are legacy players. And I did say we launched before COVID, which was bad. But what we realized coming out of COVID is that this industry is looking for cost-effective, innovative solutions, which is where we come into play. We have a great team. We have the idealists and the veterans. So the innovators coupled with the veterans that give us a level of credibility. We've been in the news recently, which is great. We've taken a lot of notice from the industry about what we're doing. We are raising $4 million for a pre-series A round. This will help us build our sales pipeline and deploy our sales playbook. We're about to close it, hopefully. In short, this is a great time for us as the industry looks for innovation and transformation to improve their operations. Thank you.
Thank you, and well done. You are in very specialized, field, and you have competition from Honey, Well, and all these big names. How you attract in your team these very specialized people that will really add value and keep them within your small structure that probably won't offer the same advantages that you have on all of these big structures?
So we're looking to bring on people actually from a technology perspective from outside the industry. The beginner's mind, there's 1,000 options. The expert's mind, there's only a few options. At the same time, the consultants, the people that understand the processes, we're bringing them from within the industry. So it's a balance from thinking outside the box, not knowing what can and can't be done and how things have traditionally been done, versus, no, you guys are going way outside the box. This is impossible for regulation and safety. How do we attract them? A lot of people in the industry, within the industry, are looking for change. They're looking to go away from the legacy systems and actually have change and stock options.
Hi, a very interesting startup, not many that I've seen in the sector. Very curious to know what inefficiencies that you mentioned at the beginning are the ones that are hampering the industry and your customers. What are they most satisfied with in terms of the SaaS product?
Okay, great question. So this is stuff you've experienced yourself. So for example, your plane lands and you taxi to the gate. It's a long taxi time. You get to the gate and you just sit on the plane for 10, 15 minutes. Okay, 2 things are happening. You're waiting, obviously, but the plane's continuously idling, letting out emissions. That's one of the simple efficiencies, which means that the ground handlers weren't informed. Air traffic control didn't communicate with them because they're using two different systems. Or from the other side, you board the plane and you sit in the plane for half an hour, and then you finally pull back, and then there's a long queue of planes in front of you. Again, there's no communication, there's no forecasting, no predictability. So again, there's cost impact, and that is wasted resources. And then, of course, for you, delay. There's a cost impact to your personal time as well.
Got it.
One more question on data privacy and how you handle all this, confidential information. So how do you provide confidence for your clients that passenger data and aircraft data will remain safe?
Okay, so there's, first, we handle aircraft data for now, which means that we don't handle the whole headache behind that. The second thing is keeping the client data on-premise, which is sort of a hybrid model that we have to do, and that's the main way we mitigate that.
Thank you very much to Emma Systems, ladies and gentlemen.
Keep it.
Up next, all the way from the United States of America. Asterism who is focusing on blockchain infrastructure for the future of finance. Give him a warm welcome.
Good morning. Some deep tech stuff today. Sorry for that. Hello. I'm Dennis, co-founder of Asterism. We are building a cross-chain infrastructure for DeFi and tokenized real-world assets. But why now? Today, there are more than 200 public blockchains like Ethereum or Solana and hundreds of private chains used by financial institutions. But there is a big problem, a lack of interoperability. As a result, hundreds of millions of users and billions of dollars are spread across multiple blockchains. Based on latest reports, we expect that cross-chain market is going to reach $3 billion in a few years. At the same time, we are witnessing an unprecedented growth in tokenization of real-world assets, such as commodities, bonds, equity, real estate. This market is booming and showed amazing 750% growth in 2023. Based on Boston Consulting Group report, we expect that the amount of the volume of tokenized assets will reach $16 trillion by 2030. So we came up with Asterism. It is an enterprise-grade blockchain interoperability and tokenization platform for DeFi and tokenized real-world assets. Our ecosystem consists of three major elements: a smart contract library with ready-to-deploy smart contracts, proxy contracts, connectors, integrations with top market solutions like Fireblocks, Crystal, or Chainlink, and our own proprietary interoperability protocol, ensuring seamless and efficient cross-chain communication. This approach reduces costs and development speed at least by like 3-5 times at least. Talking about protocol, it has pure on-chain validation mechanism, a modular architecture, and instant message delivery. We respect other cross-chain market players, but we are focused on delivering specific features out of the box. For instance, our asset tokenizer, which is set to disrupt the industry, making any digital asset natively interoperable. That eliminates requirement of risky bridges and provides liquidity from any blockchain and also user acquisition from any blockchain. We graduated from Techstars London, the first 18 blockchains connected, and Asterism passed the security audit. We have our first customers, we have revenue, we won 7 grants and 4 hackathons, including the major one, ETH Global. We won 4 prizes there. We have deep engineering team with PhDs in physics, mathematics, and computer science. We are backed by amazing advisors and investors from IBM, Stanford Web3 Lab, and Cambridge Center of Alternative Finance. We raised just 425K previously and looking now for 2 mil round. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no doubt that future finance is here to stay. Let's build it with Asterism, and I hope with your support. Thank you.
If you can share a customer experience on the interoperability of these tokens. So I, as a consumer or anyone else, where does this come to play in our lives?
You mean our customers or final customers who are B2B or B2C?
Both would be great if you could share an example.
Yeah, so for the B2B perspective, our competitors, they are providing mostly low-level primitives, and you have to build everything by your own. So you spend a lot of time and money for the development, security audits. Just give you a short example, to build an enterprise bridge for the tokenized gold, for example, and to transfer it to a DeFi or public chain, you need 6 to 9 months and from 500 to 1 mil in development, yes? With us, you can do it in 1 month with, let's say, 150K. From the user perspective, you don't need to switch between chains, change your wallets. So when the asset is natively interoperable, it like appears everywhere, and everywhere is genuine one, original one. It is not like wrapped or a copy. So that's how it works.
And how do you treat security?
It's a great question. So you cannot rely only on us as a developers. Security security audits, you have to update them if you implement something. So now we have the first one from one of the most respectful companies in DeFi, because DeFi is the most complicated stuff in the blockchain industry. There are a lot of smart contracts. So we passed it successfully. And once you implement something, you pass again, and your code is open source. So everyone can hack. So we are live for the 6 months. We've never been hacked before.
The banker that I am, you don't need really to convince me that tokenization is the future of the finance.
Yeah.
Now, I would like just to understand how big is your team, and how is the growth of your customer base?
Okay. So I would say banking industry is our target as well. We are consulting Swift already for 3 months regarding cross-chain operations, because they are now in charge of this. And so about team, we have 9 people now. We went live in September. We have 4 customers, so it's a B2B customers. They have to build something and deploy, and then we start to generate, because we charge per each transaction. It's transaction-based business model. So 2 customers are already live. We have around 30K, maybe 30 something in revenue right now. So just launched, I would say.
I have another more. Who is going to do the sales?
I'm a head of sales. So my
many engineering.
I am ex-engineer a long time ago, but I have experience in B2B sales. This is my calling, I would say. Thank you. Thank you.
Fantastic. Now up next, all the way from Portugal, focusing on smart mobility solutions, give it up for Carbon Games.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Isida, the co-founder at the Carbon Games, your future mobility super app. In the past 12 months, we have raised $150,000 from grants and hackathons, including the Siemens and MasterCard Future Transportation Hack in Dubai and the Deloitte Clean Future Accelerator Program in Lisbon. Let's dive right in. Oh, one of my slides. Okay, I keep talking. So currently on the roads, every rush hour, we see a lot of traffic. I'm sure you've all seen it. 80% of people drive to work. Here it is. Drive to work alone. 70% of event attendees, like this one, also go to events driving solo. 15 to 25% of trucks roam the roads empty. 20 to 30% of morning traffic is actually school drop-offs, and private cars idle 95% of the time. So imagine if we could turn that chaos into this. We have developed solutions tackling each of those issues from the previous slide, with our corporate carpooling and event carpooling solution live on the App Store and the Play Store. And then we have a cargo pooling, school pooling, and peer-to-peer car rental in various prototype stages. This is a sneak peek of our app portfolio, with each app tapping into $1 billion market. Today, I'll go over a quick demo with you of our live corporate carpooling solution from the perspective of a corporate sustainability officer in Doha, Jassim. Jassim offers a carpool this morning from his home to work and is looking for passengers. His colleague Ahmed finds the carpool and joins in by selecting a seat in the car. A third colleague on the third screen also sees the carpool and joins in by selecting one of the remaining seats. Jassim sees both passengers, accepts the ride, and starts driving to pick them up, excited that he's going to take 2 cars off the road today. At the end of the trip, each passenger can see the CO2 emissions that were saved from carpooling. These are some of the companies around the world that have expressed interest in our solution, and we have just signed a pilot with the Brisa Group, the largest electronic toll provider for the roads in Portugal. We stand out from our competition with our unique B2B focus and our success-based pricing model. That's right. We only charge corporations if we manage to reduce emissions from their employees' commute. This is our diverse team, and we are 100% remote and hiring if anyone is interested. And for the investors out in the audience, we are raising a seed round of 1.5 million for 10% of the company. If you've got the appetite for our ambitious goals, come and talk to us. Thank you.
Hey, hi.
Hi.
Great presentation. A couple of questions around the business model. So I want to understand, how do you target the corporates? What do you charge them? And because this and what's your financials right now? I mean, how much are you making and how much are you burning?
Yes. Great. So we've actually spent the last couple of years building, and we are pre-revenue. But the way we have participated, facilitated carpooling at quite a few events in around 12 cities around the world. And that's our initial way in. Actually, if you want to carpool to this event tomorrow, you can. You can download our app. We've listed the Web Summit. But then once we manage at business conferences like this, we actually get corporate sustainability officers come up to us, so it's a good way to get them in. And then once we sign a corporate pilot, then that's 1,000 users that will come in. Regarding the business model, we charge them an initial setup fee, but then we only charge per completed carpool. That's our success-based pricing, because we are an impact startup and we want to align our revenue with reducing emissions.
Thanks.
Apps. Yeah.
We want to be very niche. We know that there's shared mobility is huge, but there's certain aspects that are being left out. For example, Scope 3 emissions cannot be tracked by any other mobility app right now. You can complete your ride, but they don't track your emissions. And for corporations, this is actually a huge issue. We spoke to one of the executives at Talabat last night at the Night Summit that is trying to figure out how to measure their footprint. For Scope 3, and especially in employee commute, we give the solution. And Uber cannot do that, Bolt cannot do that, anybody else. So the same thing for schools. They have to be completely unique. And peer-to-peer car rentals, an app like Tour in the US is the unicorn status in the billion market. So we think you have to be niche and specific to grow to solve those solutions.
Thank you for your presentation. Well done. How do you measure the carbon emissions? Is there someone or some organization that certifies it for you?
Great question. Thank you. So actually, we create a baseline when we sign up a corporation. Already each user that signs up into our app selects if they have a car or not. And we have a database of 50,000 different cars, and we know their emissions based on fuel efficiency. Then we have the distance traveled. So we have a detailed algorithm that does this. We haven't certified this right now, but we are looking to get with a partner that will accredit it. This is a really easy accreditation because we are taking from 2 cars off the road just one, so we know that there is definitely cuts in emissions.
Numbers on it, yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks again to Carbon Games. Last but not least, again from a Qatar-based startup focusing on sports technology, give it up for Armini.
Hello everyone, my name is Mo Malkawi and I'm co-founder and CEO of Armini. We are a Doha-based startup that was founded to solve a major problem for football coaches worldwide, and that is effective and immediate communication with their players, whether during games or training sessions. To overcome this obstacle, coaches have attempted various approaches. Some tried handing their players a piece of paper with instructions as they ran along the sidelines. Others put up a whiteboard with instructions mid-game, while others asked their players to wear an earpiece during a game, which is both illegal and potentially dangerous. We have created the world's first wireless coach-to-player communication system made specifically for football teams, which we called Artemis. Okay, the video is playing. Artemis which is the smallest football tech device on the market, allows the coach to relay instructions and philosophies to his players in a normal speaking voice and in an instantaneous manner. With 16 different channels, it allows for single or multiplayer communication. It enhances team performance by allowing the coach to pinpoint and fix mistakes on the spot, maintain practice tempo, and maximize practice time, all with the ability to run the training session from a distance, as you can see Luis Enrique doing with our technology, with the Spanish national team right before World Cup 2022 in Qatar. It's also worth mentioning that we also work with broadcasters to give them access to the instructions, which they can either live stream or you record and use on social media after the games as a fan engagement tool. Our list of customers includes some top teams in the world, such as FC Barcelona, Spanish national team, FC Porto, and MLS, in addition to many others. We are proud to have been featured in some of the most prominent media outlets worldwide, including the CNN, Sports Illustrated, BN Sports, Yahoo Sports, in addition to many others. We are honored to be backed by football legend and current FC Barcelona coach Xavi Hernandez, who's a shareholder and brand ambassador of Harmony. While our focus and commitment is on becoming the premier communication solution for football, we do have our sights set on leveraging our technology to expand beyond football to rugby, cricket, rowing, and field hockey. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to answering any questions that you might have. Thank you.
So I know it's worn on the back. There is no earpiece. How's the sound obviously transmitted? And then what's the legality of it?
Yeah, so basically that's the solution that we found for the problem that, as I showed in the picture, they tried the earpiece. It's very dangerous, impossible to be legalized anytime in the future. So our device goes in the back in a vest that's worn under the jersey, which is now commonplace. They call it the sport bra. Every player wears it. It's commonplace in football. And our vest has two pockets, so our device goes in one, and the GPS tracker, which is now being used, goes in the other. It uses speaker, so any player 1 meter away can hear the instructions, but at least it doesn't go in the ear, so it doesn't cause any problems.
And it's not patented or proprietary. I mean, to what extent now?
We're working on that. Thank you.
Thank you. I have so many questions, but I am going to tell you one. How does it work for the goalkeeper?
The same as it works for the players. So do you mean for the jumping?
Yes, because you can harm yourself because if you...
That's true. So no, the material that the device is made of is compliant with FIFA regulations for player wear and equipment. So it doesn't have any hard edges. The material is soft enough. So it will never hurt the goalkeeper, but I mean, if he falls with all his weight, it's possible that it might break, but it would never do any harm to any player, the goalkeeper or any other player.
So it's FIFA and UEFA certified and in several countries, because you had Spain, Portugal, and England.
So as you may know, FIFA has, in the past few years, has showed a lot of appetite for allowing new technologies into the game, such as the VAR and goal line technologies and all of those. And we have been in discussion with FIFA for over 2 years now, very positive discussions that resulted in them considering us for the FIFA Innovation Program, which is their vehicle to allow new technologies that are beneficial, but for some reason or another are not allowed in the game yet. So we hope to get the approval soon, but I'll allow more time for the next question.
Thank you, Mo. can you explain us a bit your business model?
Sure.
And give us a bit an overview of your financials also.
Yeah. So we have a B2B subscription-based model. So the teams basically subscribe to the equipment, and you can call it lease them for a year, and they pay a fee, and then they renew after that year. We like to look at ourselves as a pre-revenue startup. Although we have generated some revenue, we look at that revenue as more of a validation of the idea, this new revolutionary idea, more than the numbers themselves. So, yeah. Next question.
All right. Time is up. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Give it up one more time for Harmony. So as we just witnessed, this first round is a testament to the belief that within each entrepreneur lies a spark that can ignite change, drive progress, and lead us towards a brighter, more connected future. Each participant here at Web Summit carries a dream, a solution, and an answer to a question we have all asked. Now, as we continue throughout today, tomorrow, and beyond, let us embrace the spirit of Web Summit, where technology, business, and society converge. Let's cheer for all participants, not just in pitch. Let's engage with their stories, be a part of their journey as they take the stage not to just compete, but also to inspire. Thank you to all our participants. The 8 highest scored startups from all rounds will be announced right here at 4:30 p.m. today. The next round of competition will start in just a few minutes, so hold on to your seats. And remember, this is not just a conference, but the ground where the future comes to be born. Thank you, and until next time, keep innovating.